The Book of Koukovágias. Koukovágias 1:2. 825 BC Koukovágias fell into love with Lucida. As the singular pact of two beings, love came into Koukovágias' heart as a mask for the Lambda release of an unheard truth and Somatídio prophecy in a concentrated area. In proclivity goddess of love poison, Lucida tainted Koukovágias' mind by injecting the love poison through a kiss, infesting itself through the mouth up to the brain. Koukovágias 1:3. The poison is proclaimed to last for up to 3 years. As a couple they lasted a short period before the Lucidas mission was finished. As a result it came to an end at point Shia, as the position right next to the edge to the Hedes wall. The symbiosis of two beings has ended. As a result Koukovágias split in two separate parts, turning one half into ice and the other shapeshifting itself as a scorched child fetus Kamenis while Lucida took the tablet of Darkhus. Koukovágias 2:1. The mind of wonder was the curse given to Kamenis as a sacrifice to the polyplokos. It created the depression hole that filled up the waters of Acheron, driving Kamenis to unspeakable madness as the collective accumulation of all meaninglessness, sorrow, lack of purpose and understanding of reality was a result of tritos melantiko or rama of diakoptos somatos with Jesus Christ. Koukovágias 2:2. As the siren Lucida stumbled upon Kamenis, after months of hunger consuming the burned up, rotten scorched fetus, the path of prophecy was to reach Poseidonia, where she fell ill in a nearby cave, where indigestion took its course and from the stomach bursting out came an albino child as a reincarnation of Kamenis, Hedes. Koukovágias 2:3. The consumers become consumed, Hedes as a resault consumed Lucida, giving him strength to climb up the wall of Hedes all the way up to point Shia. Achilleus was immediately informed about his daughter's Lucida's passing. The rage consumed his mind, giving into the release of symbiosis demons that follow Hedes up to the surface. Koukovágias 2:4. Hedes climbing the wall of Hedes is a historical event of a test of unconscious sleepwalking, yet he climbs a wall. Said Relkin, a demonic familiar of the witches. Lucida's blood stained the wall's surface as it gave off a tray to be followed by beasts and symbiosis demons alike. Koukovágias absorbed Hedes, its lost half that evolved in Hades come into singularity with its former being, defreezing and reviving Koukovágias to his former self, consequently breaking the tablet of Darkhus. Koukovágias 3:1. 822 BC. In the shatters of the sacred tablet, Koukovágias' thoughts are released as the pente kentriko. To the symbiosis demons it means they entered his head for the first time of his acknowledgement. The Anasmos war has begun as the embodiment of Somatidio's prophecy. Silence, pure silence in the waking of an ambush, in darkness awaiting the army of a few dozen surrounding Koukovágias that disturb the pente kentrikos with explosions of firecrackers. Come forth the wretched one, the one who stained the wall of Hades with Numena's children's blood. Why fear the repercussion of what Somatidio's prophecy had envisioned for you to bear? Exiting the gateway of his sanctuary he shouts, here I stand as one, as the ennis of my entity that shall not succumb to the grief of what comes in the following future of my existence. Foreseen this I did not, yet all the paths led me to here, so strike me as you wish, for I will not falter. Koukovágias 3:2. Asmodeus bringing upon the Octo of Orca, a plasma energy of attraction steaming from Koukovágias as a way to attract Enzukai demons for symbiosis Esma merging rituals for the Anasmos war, women used as weapons of war, irresistible desire is tainted to the mind as no harm is done, pleasure is masked by Asmodeus to accumulate wrath as fuel. Azazel and Nagas prepare the scroll of Mithrandru that used the sacrifice of Kamenis to the polyplokos. The scroll retroactively destroys Octo of Orca and brings about the second half of the war known as Endurance of Rum, a title given to victims of war that endured the trials would be bestowed upon them as punishment. Koukovágias 3:3. While spreading their wings simulating an abstract pattern in shimmering colors, Manitari, the gods Athenios' children who gave hallucinations to fellow travelers, were used in the Anasmos war, as hallucinations overtook Koukovágias' mind, filling in a world of disembedded hallucinations that raised the questions, am I free in my mind? Is all reality controlled by this demon that chooses my freedom of mind? Torture by visions of total devastation. I will survive the endurance of Rum, for I have stained the wall of Hades with the blood of Numena's children, for I am prepared for whatever comes next. Calf cappers were small bugs that would crawl under the skin and eat to the first nerve, where they would lay eggs and feed on the calf nerve until satisfied, also in the trials of Rum. Koukovágias 3:4. Cetus would rise above the dark waters of the Symbiosis Sea, a large whale the size of a ship that was used in rituals as in to sacrifice people to the Cetus. The demons of Symbiosis sacrificed Koukovágias' mother. In doing so the ritual granted Koukovágias the curse of 1,000 needles and the punishment of wave. As trials of Rum proceed, life of Koukovágias turns into a living nightmare. To see hell itself, that was the trial of Rum, and Kephalos facehuggers were used as the last trial of Rum, sucking Koukovágias' memories as punishment from the god Athenios. Thus Yahweh, the Jewish god, approached Koukovágias, turning him into Abaddon. The angel of bottomless pit, you shall suffer no longer, my child, as you have completed the trials of rum. Thus I shall grant you the name Abaddon Rum, angel that survived hell itself, as pain and suffering are but a bottomless pit that never ends.